and I appreciate that, and money can't buy that. Now I can say I'm a legend, man. I
don't care who says what. Jabu, you are a legend, Mfanagit. We are Google doubt, Mfanagit. We are one of the special players.
Yeah.
You, my brother, are a legend.
Thank you.
They're going to keep reminding you.
I think now, after this show, I'll head my head high and look at myself in the mirror when I get home and say, I am a legend.
Can we buy you a jersey written Legend 11 at the back?
Yes.
Oh, what a legend. What a player.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
Marawa Sports Worldwide is brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947. Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
A very busy show. In fact, I was told that my guest decided he is not going to be driven to the studio. He just wants to walk and sprint until he gets here. So whatever time he arrives, we're going to make sure he gets directly into the studio because he feels, he's won a silver medal at the Olympic Games. Why should he be driven? So he is walking somewhere in the streets of Joburg on his way to the studio. And we will wait. It's a beautiful thing. If I was him, I'd walk to Cape Town. And I'm sure he'll get there in record time. I look forward to it, guys. I certainly do. Please be part of the conversation. Let's not forget, today a big day as far as cricket World Cup is concerned, man. Also, the Proteas captain. Been listening very carefully to what she's been saying today. Laura Wolfgart. Believing that her team can repeat their breakthrough performance at last year's T20 Women's World Cup when they mentioned, remember, they turned out at the latest edition of the tournament doing very well, brilliant breakthrough performance at last year's T20. They're going to be opening their campaign at the Global Showpiece in the United Arab Emirates tomorrow when they face the former champions West Indies in Dubai. Now, the Proteas are going to be meeting England, also the former T20 World Cup winners. They'll be playing against Bangladesh, Scotland in Group B, and with the top two teams in the group qualifying for the semi-finals.
Yeah, obviously warm-ups is just mainly about assessing conditions, trying one or two different things, making sure everyone has a run in the conditions that could be, get exposed to a game later on. So yeah, it's just that. Obviously had some good chats this morning about the opposition. It's definitely not a team that we can take lightly. I think you never really know what you're going to get with the West Indies. They can either, chase down 250 in a T20 when Hayley Matthews and Deandra Dotton are on song. So yeah, I think we're definitely going to have to play our best cricket. And we've had a lot of good chats about their players.
Well, good luck to our ladies. Hopefully we'll keep you up to date with the scores tomorrow. Talking about another big event that's going to be happening over the weekend. eThekwini is gearing itself up, though, for an electrifying showdown as the 70,000-seater Moses Mabhida Stadium. That's going to be hosting the MTN8 Final between Orlando Pirates as well as Stellenbosch this weekend. All roads lead down to KZN. Now, with such insanely anticipated battles, and I say that unreservedly, it really doesn't matter what team you support. Now, these kind of thrillers, and it turns out to be thrillers every single time, are what every football fanatic looks forward to. Now, the state-of-the-art Durban facility has established itself as the go-to venue when it comes to PSL finals. And yeah, just a couple of weeks ago, I was told, hey, tickets for this epic clash have been snapped up in under 4 hours after going on sale to the public. Now, Uvusi Mazibuko is the head of the eThekwini Stadia and Facilities Unit, and he joins us to provide us with an exciting update on the logistics. Let's head down to eThekwini now. Vusi Mazibuko, good evening and welcome to the show.
Thank you, Robbie. Thank you so much for having me.
Tell me about the state of readiness, though, broadly. The arrival, the opening times, because we saw even last week, our fans, they love to arrive late and therefore affect the kickoff time.
Robert, we are ready. As I'm speaking to you now, I'm here at the stadium, making sure that little snacks that we have identified as part of the logistics, we finalize them. The gates, the kickoff is at 6. The gates will open at 2. And the reason why we're opening the gates so early is to allow the spectators to come in early, because we know for a spectacular like this one, you may have congestion on the road, and more so that the parking areas are within the Moses Mabhida precinct. And at a press conference today, TSL and MTN confirmed that there is going to be entertainment, and we can confirm as a stadium that we have opened our facilities for food and beverages for spectators that will come early to enjoy. But also MTN has confirmed that the first 20,000 spectators that will come through will get goodie bags and niceties, and we think that will help to bring people early in the stadium. One of the concerns we have, Robert, because the game was sold out, as you said, in less than in about 4 hours. I can tell you it was less than 3 hours, which is the second record ever, after the MTN8 Final that was also played in the same stadium, which carries the record currently. The concern we have is that there are people that are chancers who want to sell tickets, who want to tell the football supporters that the tickets that are being sold on the streets are more likely to be fake tickets. And police today confirmed that they have already arrested people who were selling tickets, because nobody should be selling tickets when they are sold out.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, because we started seeing social media posts, people with stacks and stacks of tickets, almost like a show off of how many tickets they've been able to purchase. We've seen this happen before, and it almost gives the wrong impression that the tickets are sold out, and yet somebody is sitting on thousands of tickets wanting to sell them at a highly inflated price, and then come match day, the so-called sold-out stadium is not sold out.
Robert, I can tell you the match was sold out, and the nice thing about it now is that I think Ticket Pro can confirm, but they do cap the number of tickets that one individual can buy. Having said that, Robert, there are many chances. Having done so many finals, we know that particularly on match day, there are people that sell fake tickets. Every game that we host of this magnitude, we do get people that get arrested for selling tickets, and in more often than not, the tickets that get sold after tickets are sold out, it's fake tickets. And the problem with fake tickets, Robert, is that you have lost your money, and you want to come to the stadium and it's not a proper ticket, and you want to demand that it's a proper ticket, and you get arrested for it. So that's why we're discouraging football lovers that those who don't have tickets must never come closer to the stadium, and they will be able to see football in other platforms.
What if they don't know here, Vusi, that they are holding a fake ticket? What is the difference?
With the difference is the barcode. You'll never know, because the person that will sell you a ticket, it will have a barcode, but you'll never know whether it's a valid barcode. That is why anything, whether it's ticket, whether it's clothes, or any goodies that are sold on the streets, they are more likely to be fake. With tickets, it's the same thing, Robert. It doesn't have to be clothes only, or other goodies. So anything that you buy on the streets, and when you are told it's sold out, you must be careful, and it's more likely to be fake.
And let's get one thing that has been of concern, and I see on the X app here, formerly Twitter, I had a message, and I've got a message here from Futi Ngada, who says, please kindly ask Vusi about the state of the pitch. It has not been up to scratch for a long time. What's the update?
The truth about that, Robert, is that the statement is true. The pitch in the last game that was also sold out at the same stadium didn't look good at all. But I can tell you that it has improved, but it has not reached the Mabhida standard. What has happened, we normally close our stadium pre-season for pitch preparation, all our stadiums, because we're not only responsible for Pampida, we are responsible for all stadiums in Durban that play PSL matches. So we did that, and we did our treatment, and it did not respond. Given that we knew that we were not going to have games up until September, we then wanted the grass to grow naturally than using your chemicals and so forth. Little did we know that we're going to have games that were not planned. As you know, that Stellenbosch played 2 CAF games, and we also had Stellenbosch playing their MTN8 semi-final against Sundowns. So those were not part of our plan. So we had to increase our maintenance program, and it did not respond the manner in which we expected, and the weather did not play in our favor. And for that reason, we battled to recover in time. But I can confirm to the sport lovers that the pitch, I'm right at the pitch as I speak to you. The pitch has recovered, and we are likely, definitely not even likely, we are definitely going to see good football. But it's not 100% as we would want it, as I've explained the background.
Obviously, the rain has also been, I don't know, these days Durban rains more often than it's not raining. What's the projection as far as the weather forecast is concerned on the day?
We were crossing our fingers because it was raining for about 7 days non-stop. And obviously with the snow that was experienced in the province, and we had 2 days break, and it rained again for 2 days. But at least from today onwards, it's clear, and the weather predictions for Saturday are that there is no rain predicted. For that reason, we had planned that the teams would probably have their match minus day training in other facilities, but PSL will confirm. I think they will be able to have their match minus day training at the stadium.
What about parking, though? Because as much as we talk about logistics of getting in, sometimes you see cars talking, trying to negotiate with security that they know somebody who's in the stadium who's going to come and give them a ticket, and then it just exacerbates, the traffic outside. How are we going to overcome that?
Robert, it starts with the drivers and the people that are coming to the stadium. I can confirm now, Robert, that we have heard from Sanral that N3 at EB Klute, where N3 and N2 exchange is going to be closed over the weekend for the rehabilitation of the road that is happening there. So, and there are a lot of people that come from the west and the south and the north, and they all meet at that interchange. So we're therefore asking football people to come in time, because the reality of it, Robert, is that the Moses Mabhida parking precinct is few meters away from the main stadium. If you look on your west, you've got Umgeni, and there's a lot of parking there. You look in the east, you have your People's Park East and Suncoast, but all that parking is closer to the stadium. So if there are more people coming closer to the kickoff to the stadium, we are likely to have congestion. Metropolis have confirmed that they are not going to have road closures for this game. However, there is something that is called soft closures. Those soft closures are informed by traffic congestion. They only happen if there is more traffic, and then they redirect the traffic. So we hope that football lovers would take the heat and come in time, because there is plenty parking. It's just that it is closer to the stadium.
And just as a final one, because it raises conversation all the time. So let me ask you for the magic here, Vusi Mazibuko, as a man that I've known for many, many years, who does a brilliant job in terms of your designated role. What is the magic of the Moses Mabhida Stadium that makes sure that come hell or high water, the finals are at the Moses Mabhida Stadium? What's the ingredient?
It's simple, Robert. We are hosting the 7th MTN8 Final of the 8th, but we're planning as if we're hosting the first one. We never take any final for granted. We plan for it, and we want both MTN as a sponsor and PFL as the custodian of the game, to leave this facility on Saturday in their heads, saying we want the next final year. So that is what we do. And we have developed systems that make it possible, including what you asked about parking, the security. But the other advantage that we have is the natural capital. If you have a final in Devon, Robert, that becomes a national final. If you look at where the tickets were bought for the final, they were bought nationally. There are people that come from as far as Limpopo. There are people in Northwest, in the Free State, in Gauteng, and so forth. But it will not take them a lot of time, depending on the mode of transport they use, to get to the destination. But the city itself has geared itself to receiving people that come to the city as part of the excitement, because the final must not just be another game. It must be an experience.
A beautiful experience, and I think covered very beautifully by yourself. As you say, gates are going to be opened at 2 p.m. Kickoff will be at 6 p.m. Vusi Mazibuko, I thank you once again. Great job, and I hope for a cracker of a final. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you down there. eThekwini. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Robert. Thank you. And we say, let the best team win.
And the best team is going to be?
The best team is going to be the one that will lift the trophy.
And that will be?
And understanding that both teams last season, Robert, lifted a trophy in this stadium. So one of them will lift it again.
And the best team is going to be?
The best team is going to be the team that is going to lift the trophy.
Which is
Definitely
going to be
one
which
of them
one?
will lift it.
Which one?
Which is
Quickly.
going to be
Which one?
Which is going to be one.
Which one?
The other one. You know the other one?
No. Which one?
You don't know the other one.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Robert.
All right, head of eThekwini Stadia and Facilities Unit there, that is Ubaba Uvusi Mazibu, giving us an update. As you heard, 2 p.m., the gates open, kickoff is at 6 o'clock. Well, he was talking about road closures. I think these road closures are not happening down in Durban. They're happening here in Sandton. But I hope that after the break, these road closures and the Blue Light Brigade will bring my guest into the studio. Hey, where's the Blue Light Brigade when you need them? Mr. Walaza.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
Now you're planning bachelorettes. Now you're planning baby showers. Just now, you're planning play dates. From squad goals to mom goals. Life changes.
Now your vehicle can too. Every 36 or 48 months. With Future Drive, the affordable vehicle finance solution from Toyota Financial Services. Drive a new Toyota now, or just now. Visit toyota.co.za/Future Drive. Toyota Financial Services South Africa Limited, an authorized financial services and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
Save big on exclusive Heritage Month deals at Vodacom. Get the Samsung Galaxy A25 5G smartphone for only 269 Rand per month on a 1.3 gig record top-up plan over 36 months. You save 1,800 Rand. Exclusive to Vodacom stores until 7 October. So hurry. This one will run out fast. Here's to the next 30 years of connecting South Africa. T's and C's apply. Further together. Vodacom.
Dear Journal, Adulthood, Day 3000 and what does it matter? Just had Sunday lunch with my folks. The idea of going home and seeing my parents excited me until I was actually home. Seeing my parents. Do I need to do therapy?
Finally learning about mental health. Get covered at pineapple.co.za. It's convenient and like 19 Rand a day, so it's 100% the insurance for you. Underwritten by Old Mutual Alternative Risk Transfer Insurer Limited, a licensed non-life insurer and authorized FSP. Premiums are risk profile dependent.
Checkers Little Shop is back with 44 new minis. Collect, swap and play with all your favorite brands. Get one free mini every time you swipe and spend 200 Rand. Available now at Checkers, Checkers Hyper or shop on 6060. T's and C's apply.
Whether it's a business delivery, an entrepreneur sale, or a care package from mom to daughter, Postnet Courier handles it all. But with a difference. We're not just any courier service, we're your Postnet. At Postnet, you know us by name, and we know you. No faceless digital processes, no endless loops with call centers, just real people ready to help. Visit or call your local Postnet and talk to someone you can trust. Because for us, it's not just about getting your package there, it's about being there for you. Postnet Courier delivers, no matter what.
Dance all the way home with these deals celebrating Samsung Store's birthday. Take home the 65-inch QLED 4K Q60D and upscale your entertainment for 14,999 Rand. Save 3,000 Rand. Plus, get a complimentary C-Series soundbar worth 2,000 Rand. Or get a Galaxy Z Flip 6 plus Galaxy Buds 3 for 26,999 Rand. Save 3,000 Rand. Valid now at Samsung Stores until 13 October 2024. T's and C's apply.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can only introduce you to the one and only Jabu Mahlangu.
I've never called myself a legend, even when I was still playing. I've never called myself a celebrity. What made me angry, Rob, more than to be a legend or not, it's when he said, I've wasted my career. Who is he to judge me? I've worked so hard to rebrand myself. Life is full of mistakes.
As Shuffle Mahlangu today, do you regard yourself as a legend?
I am a legend.
Please say that loud and proud.
I am a legend.
From the bottom of your heart.
I am a legend.
You're not using the left lung.
I am a legend.
Jabupule must not come there and be modest. Tileo is a legend.
You are a legend.
Like it or not, Baba. Shavula.
#MSW. #MSW.
Hi Rob, this is Tom Yadi from Edenville. Yeah, I think it will be best for PSL to put as a regulation that each fan must get at least 5 tickets, man. We can't be having people buying over 100 tickets each, you understand? I think it will be best if they can have a regulation like that, because we like football, man. We can't be having tickets sold out 2 hours after they've been released. Some of us will be at work, you understand? And you can't get a chance to go to the shop, and when you go there, you find the tickets are sold out. I don't know. They should try something, Rob. Thanks, Rob.
All right, thank you so much indeed. Yeah, they should try something else in terms of regulating the ticket sales for these big games. All right, we're not going to waste any time because it's, 27 minutes gone. We've forgiven him. I told him he's not responsible for traffic in and around Johannesburg. So we will fire away. We're just happy that he's here, finally. I mean, I don't even know what you guys were doing at the age of, 18? I mean, you may have been in matric, yeah. For sure. I would hope you would have been in matric, just like my guest. But I bet you weren't winning any Olympic medals. You may not have heard about the sprinting sensation, though, prior to the Paris Olympics. But if his rapid rise to fame is anything to go by, I mean, he may soon be a household name in world athletics. In fact, he is. A mere 2 weeks post the Olympic Games, in an electrifying display of speed and talent, I mean, he cemented his status as the fastest teenager in the world and also making this country very, very proud by winning not 1 but 2 gold medals at the 2024 World Athletics Under-20 Championships. Now, that remarkable achievement marked a milestone moment for South African athletics and also solidifying this young man's position as a global sprinting sensation. Now, his double gold medal win is also a testament to his hard work, his dedication, and absolute natural talent that he does possess. And as the fastest teenager in the world, Bayanda Walaza is an inspiration to many aspiring athletes everywhere. Now, his success kind of serves as a reminder, though, that his passion and perseverance, anything is possible. He's here tonight to reflect on his sensational success. I mean, the exams as well, as turning down those college, U.S. college individuals that keep saying, please, we want you. He says, I don't want to. We want you. No, I don't want to. Bayanda Walaza, Olympic silver medalist, ladies and gentlemen. What an honor, what a privilege. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm truly honored to be here, and it feels great to be here as well. Thank you very much.
You look relaxed now.
Yes.
Hey, how have the past couple of weeks been for you?
Okay, it's been going great because it's been nice seeing people from my hometown being happy of the achievements that I've done, and like schoolmates, my teachers, my parents, they still in that moment they still don't believe that I did everything that I did.
Do you believe it?
Yeah, it's coming in slowly but surely. Yeah, it's coming in.
Yeah, I mean, what for you still stands out when you say, "Hey, Bayanda, did you really do this?" What for you still shocks you about it?
Okay, I'll say like starting from someone who was not usually into athletics as well, because I was one of soccer players. I like soccer.
Yes.
So at this moment, I still think if I'm having those minds. If I was still playing soccer, would I be here? So I'm still trying to process this.
What position did you play in football?
Okay, I was playing wing and striker.
And you also went to the SAFA, the School of Excellence. You
Yes.
went for trials there.
Yes.
But at the School of Excellence, they said, we don't want you.
Yes.
And that disappointment, I would imagine, then fueled your fire, your desire to want to be better and be the best, I would imagine, in terms of athletics.
Yes, sir. Because I really like soccer because my father used to play soccer so much. And I have pictures of him playing soccer and all of that. So it was one thing that I was pushing to be like, my father was doing this, so I must also go through this journey. Maybe I'll also make it in life. And then through the years, I saw, okay, soccer is not working, and my mom was doing athletics. So I was like, okay, let me try my mother's side and see what's going to happen. And then it went well.
Sure. I mean, was there pressure, though, to play football? Was there pressure for you at all? Or did you say, you know what, I'm going to run my own race, I'm going to do my own thing, take a direction that makes me who I am today?
Okay, I'll say soccer was ignorant because of, if I notice like now, most of the teams, they will take me because of my speed. They will just, if there's someone who has a ball at the back, they'll be like, kick it in front, he'll run and catch it and just go and score. So I didn't take that into consideration, that I don't know how to trap, I don't know how to pass, I don't know game structure and all of that. It was kind of pressure, it was kind of pressurizing because they usually put me in games where there's old people and I'd see that, no, I'm not in a comfortable space. Yeah, it's not my place. But when I'm running in athletics, when I'm with big people, that's where I feel like safe. I feel like, I am meant to be here.
And you know why I also felt you were meant to be here? When you listen to this.
And he didn't get the start. Alongside him, Walaza is galloping away. It's heading for a South African 1-2, but here comes Butsong. South Africa, gold and bronze and silver to Thailand. And it is Walaza with that raw power who is the world champion. Butsong, well, he shouldn't be too disappointed with a silver medal. It was into a headwind. It was 10.19. All of the best in the world were there. But Walaza, when you see him head on, it looks very, very raw indeed, but it is so effective, and he's the fastest teenager on the planet.
Sure. The fastest teenager on the planet. I didn't say it.
Yes.
10.19 seconds said it.
Yes, sir.
And you hear the commentator even lost his voice shouting, hey.
Yes, sir.
How does a title sit with you to be here with me, who's probably the slowest non-teenager on the planet?
So I'll say, because me and my coach, we've been preparing for this. So all along, we're like, we want to win the World Juniors. So since from last year December, we're like preparing, wanting to win this. So when I win it, that's when I was like, okay, I put in the work. These are the results of the work. And that also made me to crave even more, because I can say that I did it in also junior. So what's going to stop me to also do it like in senior level?
Yes.
So that moment was a moment where I was like, this is the start of greatness that is coming.
Yeah. And even in the juniors, you were not messing around. I mean, I see the 10.19 in Peru, in Lima. But juniors was 10.13.
Yes.
And that's when I think all of us said, no, wait a minute. Yes, the age, but look at the time. What was it between you and Coach Thabo, who you love dearly? Yes. And we'll explain why, the combination of the two of you makes other decisions very difficult for you. Yes. But when you clocked 10.13, I mean, number one, did you expect it? Number two, did you believe it? Number three, what were you still thinking? What was going to be next for you?
Okay, I'll say the time we were not truly sure about because of before I ran that race, my PB was 10.25.
Yes.
So we were pushing for 10.1 already. We wanted a 10.1, but we didn't expect a 10.13. We thought it was going to be a 10.19, 10.18.
Yeah.
Then after crossing that line, I didn't even look at the time. When I passed, I was like, okay, I ran. And then when I go back, I see 10.13. Hey, I was like, hey, we ran a 10.13. I didn't believe it. I was like, yo, is this really happening? I thought maybe the electronic was not fine. And I went to check it again. I was like, yo, this is 10.13. And then when I went to coach, he also didn't believe it. He was like, hey, it's my first time seeing this. He was also amazed and was also happy about it.
You and Coach Thabo,
yes,
Matibet, have got a very strong bond. I mean, it's such a strong bond that he allows you to be. When a lot of the experts say, this weird running style of yours and your hands are all over the place, he says, guys, listen, it's almost like your comfort zone that you reach. But he also says, okay, let's say you're running 100 meters. You only start doing that after 60 meters or 70 meters as well. He hasn't interfered with your running style. Is that part of the reason why you feel like you guys can go for many, many years as a team together?
Yes, I feel like Coach T is a one person who truly likes athletics.
Yeah.
And if he sees a talent, he goes for that talent. He's not going to try to change whatever that's going on. He just tries to work through it. Because when I went there, my running style was kind of worse than what it was now.
It was worse than this?
It was worse than this. When the first school that I was at, they used to call me Wabu Wabu because my hands were all over. And then when I started being with him, he didn't change much, but it was like, you see, even if they do that thing, just try to make them at least to be close to you so that you can still get that strength enough.
Be honest with me now. So I'm trying to cover as much as I can because we do have limited time.
Yes.
I believe that the United States of America, bursaries have been coming left, right, center, over, underneath. They want you to go study there. They want you to go and run over there. And you've said what to them?
I've told them that I'm staying in South Africa.
Why though?
Because of most of our athletes believe that talent is only found in America, especially athletic-wise. That's why you'll see most of the African people, that side. But when they get to that side, all they get is maybe they get accommodation, training, place to stay, and they'll run for the school, I think, for more than 7 years. While they're running professional times, they can usually get paid in those times. Mm-hmm. Like Sean Maswangai. Sean is a 9-second runner. But if he was here in South Africa, he was going to get a great contract for him to sign and be a pro. But now...
Wait, here in South Africa?
In South Africa, yes. Sponsorships, like they will sign him with a good deal money. But when they're there in America, they hold them for a long time.
Yeah.
Until when they come back, then they come back, they don't have strength because they try to hold them as long as they can hold them. That's why even Litile Tebucho, he went there, he went to Oregon, and then he just stayed there. I've heard that he just stayed there for a few days, few weeks, and was like, no, this is not where I'm supposed to be. And then he went back to his original country.
That is crazy, though, because, I mean, Sean Maswangani was here. He came back very proud, but he was also very frustrated because he was saying that the sponsors are not coming his way, regardless of his achievements that have brought him here. He's got a great coach in legend Carl Lewis, and we would all love to be coached by Carl Lewis, but he was just saying that for whatever reason, in South Africa, nobody's biting. You know, the corporate sector is not biting. They're not coming forward and saying, all right, we are brand, we will give you 3 years to be with us. How do you respond to that? Because you're going to be facing the same challenges.
Yes. So the different story between me and Sean is that I have an agent. So that agent helps me to look for sponsorships and all of that, because I truly believe that if you are someone, you must not expect things to just come to you. You must go and reach out for help. So if you sit, the sponsors will also sit because they'll think, okay, it doesn't need us. So what's the point of us forcing while he's not even doing anything about it? So I have an agent who helps me through that, through sponsors, everything, management, timing, and all of that. So his disadvantage, I think, is that he was hold on to the school and no one tried to help him to get sponsors and all of that. And he's expecting that sponsors will just come to him.
Sure. You know, I've been getting so many messages, and for some strange reason, a lot of people on Twitter or X are talking about the same thing. Obviously, they heard about your stance regarding going to the US or you not wanting to go there. Margaret, for example, says, please advise that young man to take advantage of opportunities that are offered to him. Opportunities like that come once in a lifetime. He is not going to run forever. South Africa is too small for that type of career, and getting a scholarship from an international university will set him apart. But you disagree with that?
Yes, I disagree with that, sir.
Somebody else says, how much would he earn here versus in the USA? He could feed his entire family and he could study at the best universities in the world. You disagree with that?
I disagree. And I also have reasons why.
Yeah.
I know people who went to America, but they still came out with nothing. A lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. I'm scared to say names, but there's a lot of them who went to truly, there's truly good people who went to States and they still came back and looked for a proper job and just did a job, any job.
So
most of them, they stay there and get work there and they just work as cleaners. So it's not 100% guaranteed, you see, because people believe that, you know, America is that big thing, But also in South Africa, if people don't just promote their country, then I feel like people don't trust their country so much. Now they feel like, I believe that South Africa has everything that we need. As long as you go and look for it, you'll find it. Because there's schools here, there's people who are doctors who studied here, there's people who are nurses, there's people who are international pilot drivers, but they studied here in South Africa and their life is proper. So I don't think that you need to leave your country for you to be successful.
And next year, what do you see for yourself is that you want to go to tax, you want to go study logistics,
yes,
and that is your focus.
Yes.
And you're still focused on that.
Yes, sir.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Tomorrow's a big day.
Yes, sir. It's not that big, but yeah.
It's a big day tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
It's a metric dance.
Yes, sir.
Hashtag MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. Hashtag MSW.
Attention fight fans! Hollywood Bets has set the stage for the world's biggest fights. Enjoy electrifying boxing and MMA action, packed with knockout punches, colossal kicks, and triumphant submissions. Will you be crowned the champion? Bet now!
Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bet supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
You're as smart about your health as you are about your money. So you chose smart with a Standard Bank Prestige account. And with Unu Health, the smart app for affordable quality healthcare. For just 179 Rand, you can connect with a doctor who'll send you your script straight from the app. And getting free online healthcare checks anywhere, anytime. Now that's smart value. Get it with Standard Bank Prestige Banking and download the Unu Health app now. Standard Bank is an authorized FSP and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
Become one of 10 millionaires with SPAR. Competition ends 6 October. Buy any participating product and swipe your rewards card for a chance to win. Like 1 kg, 40% fat, store country spread for only 43.99. You save 14 Rand with rewards. Or 5 Roses, Ceylon Blend, tagless tea bags, 100s for just 59.99. Prices valid until 6 October. T's and C's apply.
People always say that time is money, but they never tell you how much time equals how much money. Well, at Lula, we'll tell you right now that 24 hours equals up to 5 million Rand. Yep, you heard right. At Lula, you can get up to 5 million Rand in funding for your business in as little as 24 hours. So if your business needs access to funds, and time is money, don't delay. Visit lula.co.za today and make cash flow.
The next icons of style are at Sandton City, home of flagship and concept stores and the latest in international brands. Santon City is proud to introduce the next icons of style in athleisure, beauty, luxury, and iconic timepieces. There is more to shop with new iconic brands and products shaped by local and global trends. Visit santoncity.com for more. Be inspired by all things new, next, and iconic at Santon City, the city of icons.
Get ready to witness the impossible with a world-renowned illusionist, Rob Lake. From jaw-dropping illusions to mind-blowing tricks, Rob Lake has captivated millions around the world, and Joburg is next. From 9 to 27 October at Monte Casino Teatro. Prepare to be mesmerized by the magician extraordinaire, Rob Lake. The perfect show for the whole family. Book your tickets now at showtime.co.za.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can only introduce you to the one and only Jabu Mahlangu. I don't think you realize the impact you made. I don't think you realized a lot of things that we realized about you.
No, it's true, Robert. I don't. Because there was a time where I will ask you seriously, man, these people maybe are biased. They just love my face.
But you did say at some point, you said you're a pretty boy.
Yeah, no, I'm very pretty. No, that one I stand that. That's why I was thinking, Guti, because I'm so pretty and handsome, these people now, they just want to talk good about me.
Yeah.
When I play, because I'm so beautiful.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
Good evening, Mr. Rob. It's Hulufelang here, and good evening to the MSW shoulders, and good evening to the young stunner, Bayanda Walaza. Oh man, immatriculant, getting a silver medal at the 4x100 meters at the much recent Paris Olympic Games. If that is not inspiring enough for any young athletes, regardless of the sporting code, that hey, age matters not. If you have the dream and if you have the hunger to go for your dreams, then you can most definitely do it. If that is not inspiring enough, that I don't know what is. So to Bayanda Walaza, I just have a pretty straightforward question for you, brother. And firstly, congratulations on such an enormous feat. I mean, for a matriculant to achieve that feat and in the manner that you did with incredible mates that you have, especially someone like Wakane Simbine, congratulations. You surely, where you are right now, still feel surreal, and you got to be proud of yourself. Of all track and field athletes that have come before you, or the ones that you're with, who has been that inspiring track and field athlete where you just feel motivated and you feel inspired to watch their growth? Basically, the question I'm asking is, who is your all-time favorite? Who's that one track and field athlete that you just love to follow and you just get inspired by watching that particular athlete? That is what I want to find out. Again, congratulations on this feat, and I'm sure we're going to see many more feats of Bayanda Walaza taking the world by storm. I really can't wait for your growth to be absolutely immense. Great show as always. Thanks.
Hulufelang, thank you very much indeed. Well, let's fire straight into it. Is there one athlete that has inspired your journey?
Okay, that athlete, I'll say it, Akani Simbine.
Yes.
The reason behind that is that he's one of the best constant athlete. Like he's 100% game. He's always pulling up for South Africa. So I'm sure people will say that maybe he doesn't win. He always comes fourth. But yeah, the great thing about that is that he never gives up. Even if he comes fourth, he never went back and was like, no, I don't want to run anymore. Even though he's constantly running those always number 4, but he never had that thing of picking up in himself. So that's why I'll say he's the one I'm looking up to.
Shigaga on the YouTube channel. Remember, we are live on the YouTube channel, and you can spot him with his fresh cut, as it says. He's getting ready for his matric dance tomorrow. So catch it on the YouTube channel. Shigaga says, you know what, dear South Africa, let us listen to the world's fastest teenager as he schools us about believing in our own country. He says, that is patriotism on steroids. I insist. He says, say no more. You're more than flying, kid. You are very, very clear in terms of where you're going. Now, an opposite view comes from Mystic Man. Mystic Man says, as a runner myself, I'm advising Walaza to take the offer to go to the US. He can study there for 3 to 4 years, come back to SA. If he still wants to come back, he says, go Walaza to the US. When I would, no such. No amount of convincing. Nah?
Yes.
At all. Okay. All right. Flow Flo says, what an ambassador for South Africa. What a patriotic South African. Very proud of you as well. And Padwell CBS says, how true is the statement that he's making about Mzansi versus America? And if Mzansi can provide better for athletes, then let's educate our athletes. So great debate you've sparked. And I love that. How's matric going?
Okay, it's hard. It's hard, but yeah, I'm glad that my school is helping me through it, because I have people who are teaching me even if we're not going to school. I have someone who's helping me to study.
Yeah.
I have someone who's planning even my studying, how must I study and everything. So yeah, it's hard but manageable.
It's hard being a superstar. I'm sure you're starting to realize that, right?
Yes.
And it's hard being on the road. It's hard being in the air because, please, I try to count. I've counted Cameroon as one of your destinations. You've been to the Bahamas. You've been to Paris. You've been to Peru. Where else have you been to? At least this year.
This year, it's only those three. I think it's Cameroon, Paris, and Bahamas. And then last year I was at Zambia. Those are the only countries I've traveled.
Yeah. You're a busy human being. busy human being, and why not?
Good evening, Rob, and good evening to the MSW shoulders, and special greetings to our champion, Walaza. I just have one simple question. Is he alive to everything that is happening around him? Like, as each and every stride that is making and the success that it's bringing, can he really see what is happening around him? Is he alive to the moment? Because I think more than anything, I'm sure it can be so overwhelming, but I just wish him well.
Good evening, Rob, and good evening to the champion, Bandile. I just want to find out, have you been approached by any ice cream manufacturer? Because I believe you are passionate about ice cream. But lastly, I've seen a lot of athletes who are running 100 meters using tights, but surprisingly, you are running with the skinny shorts. What's the reason behind that? Tebogoye, wishing you all the best in your running career, and thank you so much for representing South Africa with pride and distinction. Thank you so much.
Tebogo, thank you so much. Where do we start? The ice cream, have they offered you something?
Magnum sent a message, and they sent me also goodies to have. They sent me something, and they said they still trying to, they still gonna talk to me.
Yeah.
So they haven't said anything yet, but yeah, they talk to me.
So you love ice cream that much?
Yes, I'm an ice cream fan. I am an ice cream fan.
So how does that go with your diet, though? Because the others will be like, no, but you should be on a strict diet. You should be lettuce, tomatoes, and what.
So what is nice is that so when I'm at school, it's rare for me to eat ice cream because of it's not easy to go and purchase it. So when I get that opportunity, I use it wisely. I go buy ice cream. But most of the time, I'm usually at school, so it's rare for me to eat ice cream. So I think that's how it's balancing.
All right, so Magnum needs to up their game here.
Yes, please.
Then they need to up their game. I mean, here we are. We're talking about you guys right now, so you need to up your game. So which one? Is it chocolate? Is it the one with the nuts? Which one is...
Okay, mostly I like the one that has vanilla inside. Chocolate and vanilla.
Oh, so the combination.
Yes.
Then you remove the outside
the
part.
outside, then you eat
Okay. I see where you're going with this. And what about the shorts issue? Tebogo was talking about other athletes and how they run. Yeah. What's your take?
Yes, I would say I grew up wearing tights a lot. So I was that person who always ran with tights. And it was nice running in them. But there was that thing when I started wearing my shorts, I started feeling very loose. I started feeling my legs moving much more faster. And I think that's my mind. It's not the truth. But when I go to run, I'm like, I usually tell that you guys are wearing shorts. Those tights are gonna hold you when you're running. When I'm wearing my shorts, it's coming in, it's coming out very nice. And it's also I just want to show people that it's okay to be different.
Yes.
Because everyone is believing tight. But I also won a World Junior title wearing my shorts, and I was the only one in that. So that is also to show people that. Being different is also okay. You don't need to do what others are doing for you to live your life. You have to just express yourself. Just be you.
And it's worked so far.
Yes.
Nobody can claim to have a silver medal. Nobody can claim to have a double gold medal in 2 different disciplines.
Yes,
so what about this thing? You know, maybe if you're doing middle to long distance, called chafing. So obviously chafing is the friction between, you know, your legs or the thighs, and then it causes a discomfort. So you don't have a problem with that?
No, I don't have.
Not at all?
No.
Hey, this debate about you going is causing problems for us now. Mystic Man says, we all love our country, but there is a bigger world out there. He says, look at Elon Musk, what he's done. Look at Charlize Theron. Look at Brahima Sigela. They are world stars, and now they all came from here. You don't change your view.
Yes.
At all. Tell me about Mom, because she's been such a pillar of strength for you. And when you went to Peru, that was the first time ever being out of the country, her first time ever being on an airplane, and she got to witness you. Maybe she was the motivation, I don't know. But she got to witness you not getting 1 but 2 gold medals. Tell me about that relationship with you and Mom.
Okay, I'll say me and Mom, we have a truly strong bond. No one can separate me and my mom. Even though we usually fight, you know, mother and child, yes. But yeah, my mom is my everyday inspiration, because she's been there for me on my downs and lows. Yeah. She's always supporting me, and she's always on my case. Like, she's always on supporting me in whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing wrong things, she will tell me that, you know, this is not okay. This is not what you must do. You must go this side. But he's always on my back. Even on signing the contract and all of that, she's the one who always comes up and be like, you know, let's pray about this before we sign these things. And I feel like she's the one person who also showing me that life is not all about expressing yourself, but also considering people around you, you see. Because, you know, if I'm successful, it's not only me, but I can also help others also to be successful. So my mother is that one person who truly inspires me through business, spiritual, cultural, and also it also inspires me to also be myself.
But you were always focused, and that is why even at, I don't know, how old were you when you wrote that letter in your Kokoroshe handwriting?
I think I was in grade 3.
Grade 3?
Yes, grade 3.
All right, so if you know Sizulu, guys, I'm not going to be able to translate this, but we'll try and post this letter. And when I say Kokoroshe writing grade 3, that's exactly it. She says, "Futhi mangkhula, ngifuna ukugijima, ngifane noCaster, ngithola ama-gold medal, ngizoba nemali yokuthi ngibeke ukudla etafuleni, awu nginyemezele na umama indlu yakhe." I suppose, hey, thatha isixhosa ke sase Eastern Cape manje. But yeah, thengela umama indlu yakhe. He says, nami ngibe nendlu yami. Nami ngivele e-TV, umama nobaba bajabule. That was your letter. He says, Baya, a runner. And all sorts of Kokoroshe things there. So when I say that, I don't know if it will come out on the YouTube channel, but this is it, guys. I mean, this is it. That was the writing. So you can tell that this is not a letter that was written yesterday, but you already knew where and what you wanted to do with your life. What was it? I mean, was it just dreams? What was going on?
Okay, yes, it was that. I think it was when me and my mom were watching, I think, Olympics. And then as I was watching those Olympics, like they were playing late at night when we were sleeping, but I was always up, and my mom will always be up with me. We'll watch the Olympics. And there was that moment where I was asking Mom, where are the South Africans? Like, I don't see any South Africans running. And then Chubbs Caster came up, and then she won the 800. I think she won the 800. And that's when I was like, you know, I think this is the life. This is nice. I felt like, you know, I belong in that picture as well, because of she was the only one who pulled up at that year. And it was a really big thing. And I was like, you know, I also want to feel like that. I also want to be part of that. Sure. And I think that's when I started writing that letter. I was like, you know, Caster me.
Let's respect Caster. You know, so at the age of 18, you still want your own house?
Yes.
You still want to buy Mom her own house?
Yes.
ITV, I think now TV, you're not even looking at TV. TV's looking at you. That is how often you are in television. So we can't even change that anymore. So Mam Toliwe, I know that she's here. I was going to bring her in if whatever happened on the road didn't happen. But I just wanted to thank her because she's been not only your guide, but your counselor, a very proud individual. You know, when tragedy struck at the age of 10, when you lost your dad, he was shot right in front of you. And being that difficult to go through, counseling and all sorts of things, you kept your vision, man. Not too many kids, I would say, would be strong. They would have crumbled. They would have looked around and said, hey, there are other kids taking drugs. Let me go get a high and be a part of it. You've kept away from that. How difficult has that been for you?
I think having my mom was the strongest, because if I start doing things that are on the right way, I'll get a serious hiding. So I think that helped so much, because I knew if I was doing this, I'm going to get beaten up. So let me not go there. And yes. Yes.
Oh, man. I wish you a beautiful matric dance tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Is she listening, your partner, to this interview right now?
Yes, she is.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Do you think she thinks that you've done well? You've spoken well?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yes.
So what are the first words that you're going to say to her tomorrow as you about to lock arms and walk down into the hall? What are the first words you're going to say to her?
I'm just going to tell her that let's just enjoy this, because it's the last matric dance and we're no longer going to be in matric again. So let's just enjoy every moment of it.
Until you get married?
With her? Hey, hey.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
All right, catch us again tomorrow right here on Borough Sports Worldwide. Proudly brought to you by Ashatisani Hollywood Bets.
From the pitch to the podium, your all-access pass to the world of sport is right here. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM.